All right, next up we have Indiana University, Pennsylvania, and head coach Tom McConnell, Brittany Robinson, Carolyn Appleby, and Lauren Wolosky are here. Again, if you have a question, please raise your hand. Scott's got the wireless. He'll bring it to you, and you can ask a question of anybody on the panel. Coach McConnell, we'll get an opening comment from you, please.
First, I want to congratulate Southwest Oklahoma on an outstanding game. I thought it was a great game on both sides, and just privilege for us to be a part of it, and just to see young people competing at such a high level, and for players to make plays the way that they did. I just thought it was a great game, and I'm very proud of our basketball team, but I want to just congratulate them on a job well done. With all that being said, you know, it's you know, there's a lot of things that go through your mind, you know, right now. It's like, you know, you're analyzing the basketball game, and I'm saying to myself, I'd like to have that stretch back where we had the 4-point lead, and if I could have managed that a little bit better and maybe got some fresh people into the game, or, you know, if I could have found a way to manufacture as a coach some more fourth-quarter points for us to get us some baskets. So I told the team those are the kind of things for the next 24 to 48 hours that I'll kick around and then learn from it, and then just eventually let it go, because right now I just want to celebrate. These young ladies and what they've done, who they are, and the way they've done it, and what they've meant to us as coaches, to their teammates, to our program. They've taken us on a very, very special journey that we're all very thankful to be a part of. You know, it's been my privilege to be their coach, and just to watch them grow and lead, and to just an amazing team, selfless team, but just it's more the off-court stuff that just is so, you know, that comes to your mind right now, just from freshman year till now, what they've done and how they've done it, and just so that's the tough part about tonight. You know, we've had a lot of great moments after games. You know, I think this group the last 2 years, you know, 2 Final Fours and 60 wins. You know, there's been a lot of great nights, and so it's just kind of hard to see it come to an end. You know, that you know, those last times that you'll, you know, be on the bus or share a laugh or whatever it might be, you know, because just there's so many moments with this group. And but most of all, I'm thankful. I'm thankful, and just hurting right now, but thankful.
Questions?
Thank you.
Mark Burdick from Renda Broadcasting. Coach, a couple of things for you. First of all, the game, and I don't think there's a lot of need to dwell on it, but offensive rebounds were big in this basketball game. 16-8, and you were out rebounded 45-32, and that was a big part of the game.
Yeah, we knew that was going to be one of the keys. They shoot a lot of threes, and not just normal threes. They shoot a lot of long threes, and so when you have long shots, you have long rebounds. And there were a couple instances in the second half where they got 2 and 3 shots at it. If we would have been able to secure that rebound and give ourselves a chance on the other end. But, you know, give them credit. They're, you know, really good at attacking the glass. And, you know, we just we give up 20 first-quarter points, and we just had a tough time guarding them and keeping them off the bounce. And I thought our team did a great job in the zone and limited their dribble penetration, guarded the 3, And when we had the 4-point lead, you know, give them credit. They stepped up and hit 2 big threes to, you know, regain the lead.
Back to what you were referring to about this being a special group and the 3 outstanding young ladies that you have up there with you. By my count, 291 starts in the 3 seasons alone, nearly 10,000 minutes played, and 1,700 plus points for Carolyn, 1,100 for Brittany, Lauren with pushing 1,100, 99 games the last 3 years, 84 wins, 2 Atlantic Regional Championships, 2 national semifinal appearances. What a ride. If maybe you and the 3 young ladies can talk about the accomplishments, painting with a broad brush, if you will, here with what they've accomplished.
First of all, it just came to my mind. It's apropos that Carolyn got knocked down tonight, and it looked like she wasn't going to be able to return. There have been so many moments over the last 4 years where I've walked out there, and I said to myself as I'm walking out, okay, that's it. She's not getting up from this one. And tonight was one of those nights, and I said to myself, really? Really on her, this is going to be her last game this way? And she goes in behind the curtain and spends a couple minutes with Frank, puts on her Superman cape, and she comes out again. And she just plays with such heart. She's so fearless, so relentless. I just thought it was, why not? Why not? It just was just typified her 4 years and just the way she played the game and just what she's meant. There was nothing that was going to keep her down and keep her from being out there with her teammates and competing. And she's just special. And, you know, Lauren dropping dimes, making plays, handling the press. I thought they were them until the end. They scored more points than we did. They made a few more plays. And Brittany scoring down low, you know. The 3 of them just laid it out there and gave it everything they had. And I just thought it was very typical of their careers. And, yeah, just very special.
I think I can speak for all 3 of us and the other seniors on this team that when we look back on our career here at IUP, it's not going to be this last basketball game, I can tell you that. What we did for this program, I am just so thankful and so blessed to be a part of it. Couldn't have done it without the coaching staff and these girls. It's unexplainable. And, you know, you just heard Mark read off all of those things, and it's just unbelievable, and I couldn't be more proud of this group. So,
I also agree with Carolyn. One thing I wanted to point out is that a lot of times you see us 3 or maybe the other 2 starters up here. So I just wanted to give credit to the other teammates. What some people don't realize is that we're only as good as we are because we practice against our other teammates, so they make us a lot better. So although they don't always show up in our stat sheet and things like that, they're how we got to where we are today. So that's one thing I'll always remember. And then again, like Carolyn said, you know, I won't look back when I think about basketball in 10 years and remember, oh, man, I wish I would have made that shot, or I wish we would have won. I'm going to look at the bus ride here, the nights out to eat, the nights in the hotels, when we did win, when we hug at midcourt, things like that. So if anyone is going to remember IUP, they're going to remember all the positive things and all the wins we've done for the program. So that's what we're going to remember as well.
I agree with Carolyn and Brittany. And I think for the 3 of us, we these last few years, we've had a vision. And we weren't just going to limit ourselves to, you know, PSAC championships or even Atlantic Region championships. We wanted to go further. And we couldn't have done it without our coaching staff. They have pushed us. They have given us everything we have needed to reach that vision and to reach those goals. And our teammates, like Brittany said, we wouldn't be here without them. And so they really bought into the vision that we created and the vision that we came up with together. And so I'm just so proud of all of us because we were so close to, our ultimate goal, but it would have been nice to have, won and keep going, but what we've done along the way has just been so special. I couldn't be more thankful to be part of IUP women's basketball.
Coach, if we could just go back to the game for a second in the fourth quarter, and what was the difference in the fourth quarter after you guys went up? I think you went up 6 at the start of the quarter.
I think they hit the 2 big threes. They weren't making them earlier, and Pretty hit 2 big shots, clutch shots. Really good player. And I'll tell you, when you watch the tape, we had some threes of our own that were in and came out, and we had good looks. And it's one of those things where when, you always judge before it goes in or not, you always say to yourself, that's a good shot or that's a bad shot. And I liked every one of those shots, and I would encourage them to shoot them again. They were down and came out. So, sometimes, that's the way it goes. They made a couple key baskets during that run.
Carolyn, what happened on the injury, and was there any doubt that you were coming back into this game today?
So I just kind of planted, and my body just kept going forward, and my knee kind of went in. And to be honest, I didn't think I was going to come back out. I couldn't really put pressure on it and walk. But I went back there, and Frank did some tests with me and put me in a brace and went back out. So. But.
Coach, if Southwestern Oklahoma State wins on Friday and I guess wins national championship, what do you think that reason would be? What do you think makes them capable of winning a national championship?
I think they're a very explosive team. That they put 4 or 5 people out there at any one time that can shoot the basketball. That can, so they're really hard to guard. And they're not just limited to, they're not one-dimensional, not just shooters. They can take you off the bounce, and they'll get after you on defense and try to get you to play, up tempo. I thought for the most part, I was very proud of our team with their decision making. There's always going to be a couple times throughout the course of a game where you'd say, pull that one back out, let's run the offense. But for the most part, I thought the decision making was where it needed to be, and we gave ourselves a chance.
Stephanie Kepich with IUP. Ladies, what about the fans? Can you have something to say about that?
We, like we say all the time, we have the best, support system, the best community ever. For them to have a huge group on both sides of the court, you're hearing them every minute of that game. They want it just as much as we do. I couldn't be more thankful for all those people who came out and supported us and who did throughout our 4 years here at IUP.
Yeah, I agree. I always feel the love whenever they're around, and even when they're not around, people are sending in cards or sending us notes and things like that. So I just think we had a great community support this time, and I think it's going to continue. I have no doubt, because they just love IUP and IUP women's basketball. So I'm very thankful as well to have had them the past 4 years.
Yeah, I think tonight we could really hear them, but more importantly, we could feel them supporting us and feel them behind us, and I think that made a huge difference for us. We're not on our home court, and so you don't really have that home court advantage, but it almost felt like we were on our home court because of our fans, and so that's something we are so thankful for, and we have been very blessed to have throughout this whole season.
Okay, anything further? Coach, ladies, congratulations, and hope you enjoyed your experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.